All right, welcome, Hornet fans, to Maumelle Hornet Soccer here on Maumelle Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. I want to say thanks to everybody for joining us. This is it's not really our inaugural soccer broadcast, as we did one late last spring. I think it was the final soccer match of the season, so we're excited to be able to bring some spring sports, and we're going to start with our Lady Hornet soccer players and this game against the PA Bruins. And I'm going to be just completely honest with you. There's not very many people watching right now. Hopefully get a few more people on as word spreads that we're broadcasting this game. But I don't know a whole lot about soccer. I'm going to be honest. I don't know anything about soccer. So I should have my buddy Jay Call joining us maybe midway through this game or for the start of the boys' game. He is much more soccer literate than I am. So I just appreciate you guys joining us as we try to support the rest of our Hornet athletes, and looking forward to some fun here on the pitch, as they say. And again, my full-on experience with soccer is probably watching Ted Lasso. That's about it. So this should be interesting. I'm going to do my best. I probably won't talk a whole lot. I'll probably let the crowd mic tell the story a little bit if we can get some sound from the down there on the field. So should be interesting nonetheless, but appreciate everybody with the support. As look, Will, it's 40 minutes. Again, we are new to this whole thing with soccer, so bear with us. I hope you guys are just enjoying the opportunity to watch this game, and hopefully it is a good one as our ladies take on a very good Pulaski Academy Bruins soccer team. This is a squad that's the defending 4A state champions, 16-0-2 over their last 18 matches. So obviously a very talented Pulaski Academy squad. So we'll see what kind of fight our ladies have for them here this evening as we are live from Hornet Stadium, and we are just about ready to get this thing kicked off. So, I do have a roster. I'm excited about that. We've got a good few folks watching. And Levon Jules says, let's see what I can learn about soccer. If you're tuning in to this to learn about soccer, you're not going to learn. You're probably going to be extra confused as I guess that's called a kickoff. But here we go. And so the ladies will control. PA in white, your ladies in black and red. Again, I'm probably not going to talk a whole lot. I'll probably tell Will to hit the mute button quite a bit because you guys will get tired of hearing me mess up anything soccer related, as this is a game that I don't understand a whole lot. But you guys feel free to jump in the chat and tell me what I need to know about soccer, as PA looks to get out and try to get a goal here early against our ladies. But we hope to have a few big announcements coming here on Natural State Sports in the very near future. As I know Coach Horton as well as others are working really hard to help us continue to grow. And part of that growth is being able to bring spring sports broadcasts for you guys. So, again, I don't know what's happening. Will, do you know what's happening down there? They're kicking a ball from one end of the field to the other. And, yeah, remember also, if you haven't watched when I say remember, I'm talking to myself. There's flags, so out of bounds is actually well out of bounds. And what they see, I thought she was out of bounds, but she's really not. She's actually inbounds, which may confuse Matt on camera over here as he tries to follow anything that happens inbounds. But out of bounds is the black lines, as I have just now found out, and the flags at each end zone. So, again, I'm going to do my best. I don't know what's happening. I'm really, really, really begging and hoping that Jake Hall makes his way here at some point before our boys' game so that he can explain what's actually happening down there on the pitch right now. But that is number 15, Virginia Caldwell, who was kicking the ball. Now they'll kick it across the the pitch, right? That's what you call it, right, Will? Sure. As Burns controls, and now PA is at least in striking distance to score a goal, but the Hornets have taken it away and now setting up again for PA here. We'll hope to bring many more of these soccer matches to you Hornet fans as we go throughout the season. I think we've got 2 more scheduled, so we're looking forward to being back out here, and hopefully between now and then I can learn a little bit more about the great game of soccer. Again, a big test for our ladies, as this is a very talented Pulaski Academy crew. This is a team that is loaded with a bunch of freshmen, sophomore, and juniors, so I don't know if they're as good as they were last year. 2-0 to start the season this year, I believe. Let me check my notes. 3-0 to start the season this year. And they ran through the 4A state playoffs last year, winning their 4 games by a combined margin of 20-0. So this is, again, what was a very talented team last year, but it is a very young team this year, as they do not have any seniors on their roster. And we will see a few familiar names for our Hornets down there from our basketball broadcast. The Savannah Sabala is a familiar name on the girls' side that's out on the floor, out on the field, as well as H.J. Fender. Judging by H.J.'s play on the basketball court, I would assume soccer is probably less physical for her and all the crashes she took during basketball season. So PA once again getting kind of into striking distance to try to get a goal, a good pass inside, and now an opportunity for a goal that's going to be stopped and saved by the Hornet goalkeeper. And I don't see a number on our goalkeeper. I don't know how that works, but trying to see a number or something so I know who that is. Is that a 9? I think that's a 9. If so, that's Kaylee Stenger, goalkeeper for the Lady Hornets. A good takeaway there by the ladies to not allow a shot on goal for the Bruins, as now the Bruins try to get set up again here. Now they've got an opening. If they can get it to her, that is Johnston, who was out ahead of everybody. Now they'll try from the corner, and the Hornets will knock that down and turn them away again. Now another shot on goal. That's wide. I believe that's Stenger again who runs it down. I'm pretty far up here, obviously, in this great press box, so hard to see. That's a 9 or a 6. They'll set it in again. PA is going to have an opportunity in striking distance unless the Hornets can take it away. Now trying to set up another shot on goal. They're going to get a look at one here and stopped again by the Hornet goalkeeper. That's at least 3 decent opportunities, 2 of which have been saved by the Hornet goalkeeper. The other was wide of the net. And the Hornets trying to get a shot on goal themselves here, trying to get themselves in position. And PA is going to turn it back the other way once again. A good job there by the Hornets to not allow another shot on goal. As to this point, it's 3 shots on goal for the ladies, none for the Hornets. They've not been able to generate anything on our side of the field here. Another opportunity, and scooped up again by the Hornet goalkeeper. And Will, if you see a number on that goalkeeper, let me know. Or is that a 0? That is Zabala. If that's a 0, that would make sense. I think that is Savannah Zabala. I wasn't sure if there was anything coming from that. I was hoping maybe we need to put a mic down on the field. Maybe you could hear that. Put a mic in the ball. How cool would that be? I've got it on 4. That would help. Sorry, I meant to switch that and give you 3, and I never hooked it up. Hey, that's better. I promise you're going to want to listen more to them than you will of me. Ooh, maybe not so much of that wind, though. It's definitely a little bit windy and a little bit chilly. I don't know what is considered soccer weather, but I can't imagine this is it. This is still some good football weather. Nice and cool. And we do have several other spring broadcasts coming up. I'll give you a rundown as we watch our ladies trying to find a way to get a shot on goal here. But again, PA will control and take it away. They're playing this one on the Hornets end this time. We're down on the PA defensive end as now PA's got an opportunity here to run it out, maybe get another shot on goal. And a good job there by the Hornets to take that one away. On the 17th, so just before we break for spring break, March 17th, Maumelle softball will have a doubleheader with the varsity and JV ladies, and they'll be playing Russellville Lady Cyclones. We'll have that broadcast right here on Natural State Sports and Maumelle Sports Network, so looking forward to that one. We've never done a softball game, so it'll be our first softball broadcast of the season, or ever for us. That's Caldwell who had it. Now they're going to try to get it back upfield here. Going to be taken back away by the ladies. About 11 minutes into this so far, as PA has had 4 shots on goal to the Hornets 0 so far. Zabala, I believe that is, at goalkeeper, has done a good job with 3 saves so far. So mark your calendars. Again, March 17th will be our first softball broadcast. March 31st will be our first baseball broadcast. As our Hornet baseball team will be facing off with Heber Springs in a doubleheader on March 31st. We're looking forward to that one. We'll have that broadcast. And in April 5th, our first conference broadcast of the season, we'll have the Maumelle Hornet baseball team against Little Rock Christian in a doubleheader. So looking forward to that one as well. Ain't got it. An opening, but PA couldn't get it. Now they may have an opportunity, but the Hornets turn that one away as well. So no shots on goal for the Hornets. Oh, not sure who that was for the Hornets, but she just took a shot right off the side of the head. PA nearly another opportunity at a shot on goal, but it'll go out of bounds. PA will try to execute a side kick here. And an opportunity there as a shot on goal. Now a bit of a mess underneath. We'll see if PA can get a goal out of it. They will have a shot on goal opportunity. And it gets past the ball for the goal for PA. That's the first goal of this one. PA dents the scoreboard first as they're up 1-0, or 1-0, I think is the correct terminology in soccer. Let's see if the ladies can answer. Hornets had a good opportunity there, in position to try to get a shot. Couldn't get it. Now they may be back on their back feet again here. As PA looks to control and get it up field here on the Hornets. And once again, we're going to play on this end of the pitch as, again, an open look here for PA if they can run it down. Will defend it and stop that from happening and try to reverse field here and out of bounds. Another shot on goal here as that one's just high, and that'll leave the playing surface. I believe that's the 6th shot on goal now for PA. 3 saves for Zabala so far. Another opportunity. That one's going to go wide. And so far, our Hornets have had a struggle getting it down to that end of the pitch and getting an opportunity. Shots on goal, trailing 1-0 here. Again, if you're just joining us, got a few more people watching, so appreciate everybody that's joining us for Hornets Soccer here on Natural State Sports and Maumelle Sports Network. And if you're joining in to hear a another shot on goal and a nice stop and another goal by PA, as I'm looking to try to get a number on who scored that goal for PA, the 2nd goal of the game for the Lady Bruins. I believe that was number 7, Megan Johnston, who scored that goal. Looking back, I actually think that was 11, Savannah Goodwin. See if the Lady Hornets can turn our fortune here. But as I was saying, again, appreciate everybody joining us. And you're joining us for an in-depth analysis of high school soccer. I'm not your guy. But we are doing our best as we'll make sure that we give as much equal coverage as we can to every sport here and make sure we get the opportunity to highlight all the great athletes here at Maumelle High School. And so we're excited to be bringing this broadcast. And we'll have a couple more throughout the spring schedule here as we continue to grow Hornet athletics as best we can and as much exposure as we can for these ladies and our ladies and gentlemen that play the great game of soccer and all of our spring sports as well. That doesn't get quite as much interest as others do. But I do hope to have someone with a little more soccer knowledge on with us here before the end of this one. Definitely by the time our boys game rolls around, we should have someone with a little bit more, well, a whole lot more soccer. You don't need to know much more about soccer than I do to know more, because I don't know anything. Because once again, PA, we've played on this end of the pitch the entire time. We'll see if PA can get another opportunity here. And they will try the shot on goal. Zabala with the save this time. Her fourth stop here in the first 20 minutes of play. So Zabala puts it into play as the Hornets are going to try to take it away, but instead PA is going to be able to set up. Now PA looks to get another shot. Good pass. Now an open look, wide open look for PA. Shot is in and good as another goal for PA. And quickly, PA has 3 goals here early in this one, leads this one 3-0. Will over here working on the instant replay. Looks good. Some opportunities here to play with some of our technology and really help learn our systems a little better so that we can bring you even better broadcast in the future. So we, again, appreciate everybody joining us. Make sure you're sharing these streams out if you're a fan of soccer. This is a very good Pulaski Academy girls soccer program. Defending 4A state champions. 3-0 to start this season. Scored 20 goals in total in the state tournament last year on their way to a 4A state title. Now PA trying to set up for another shot on goal. They've got an opportunity as the Hornets try to take it away and a whistle. So 3-0 here with about 22 minutes worth of play into this thing as PA leads it 3-0. Now looking to try to get another shot on goal here is the one that's going to take it away, try to reset it. The ladies may have an opportunity here. And PA reverses it back the other way. As it's been a battle for our ladies to get anything on this end. Now cleared back as the ladies try to keep PA from having another shot on goal. And that was number 35. I don't have a 35 on my PA roster. Who took that soccer ball right off the face. That was tough. Collision there between Aaron Harpole and a PA player. Hornets are going to make a substitution for putting this in play. Another opportunity as a shot on goal as that one's going to be stopped. As a shot there by Blakely James. Wide of the net. We'll have a break here as they'll get set for the corner throw in. They will kick it in from the corner here. That is Brooke Beckemeyer who puts it into play. It's going to be defended by the Hornets. Another opportunity here. She'll try again. The header inside won't go, and Zabala clears it out of there but lost it. Another opportunity as a shot on goal, and it's good. Another goal for PA, and that'll make it 4-0 Bruins. Fight for it here as the ladies. This is the most aggressive we've seen them on this side of the pitch, but still cannot find a way to get a shot on goal here. So it's 4-0 Bruins lead. Remember, about 7 o'clock we'll have the boys broadcast after this as well. Boys team that has started off 2-0. A big 8-1 win over Maumelle Charter last night. Zabala just picked up her 5th stop, 5th save of this one. She'll put it back in play. 11 minutes until, I guess that would be intermission, what it's called in soccer. You know, it's bad, but I don't even know what halftime is or stoppage time, whatever it's called. Promise I did some research, sorta. That's Ella James trying to chase it down for PA. She'll succeed as once again PA going to be on the attack as they have been for the majority, if not the entire first half of this one. Again, PA trying to get another shot on goal, and that'll go out of bounds. Thank you, Jill. Halftime. That's what I figured, but soccer's got some different names for things, so. Do my best to learn, but realistically my goal is to find someone who really loves the game of soccer that we can put in here to do some commentary and play-by-play for you guys as you enjoy to watch our Hornets play here this spring. So that is the goal. Like I said, should have buddy Jake Hall with me here, but by the time we get started with the boys game. And PA, another shot on goal. Zabala with the stop. Jill, appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully I don't butcher the beautiful game of soccer too much with my commentary. I'm going to do my best just to call it like I see it on the field without having any real knowledge. Find myself looking to my left here as we sit in the press box and over the scoreboard looking at what's soon to be a very, very beautiful facility being built over just to our left here. Looking forward to that. I know Coach Horton's looking forward to getting that process started. I have a great indoor facility not only for our football team but for our soccer program as well as our baseball, softball programs, an opportunity in an area to be able to work out inside. We'll be able to get softball and baseball on campus as I look to our right and see what will hopefully be our on-campus softball field before it's all said and done. So excited to have those projects in the works and appreciate all the great voters here in PCSSD who made that happen. Yeah, I know we'll have, as we get through that process, we'll make sure we have Coach Horton on with us to talk about the process and update us on that as that construction gets going, hopefully in earnest over the next couple of years here, as soon as possible. A new track is going to go in as well, so looking forward to that. And it's going to be nice to be able to have all of our Hornet athletics right here on campus, right here in this centralized location, and hopefully broadcast of all of them as PA is going to get another look here as the ball is going to come out with it for it, and she'll grab it, snatch it up, and restart things, but she'll put it in play here. Just under 8 minutes to go in the first half. The match that PA is handling currently up 4-0. The Hornets have not been able to be aggressive at all and have any chances. They've not had one shot on goal so far here throughout this one. Again, a very good, very, very good PA ladies soccer program, defending 4A state champions. And the Hornets will clear this one out, and PA will clear it back the other way. Great job here by PA to set up. Now they're going to get an open look. Open chance at a shot on goal, and Zabala with the save. Now maybe an opportunity here for the Hornets, but instead this will be turned back the other way as now PA will clear it out. The Hornets got to be careful here. Come down, another open look at it. Oh, and she missed the kick, and it'll be an easy save for Zabala, but Lauren Allen, the sophomore, had her sights set on a goal for the Bruins, and she just missed the kick. And again, as now a whistle blows. We are approaching the end of the first half here. 4-0. Bruins lead it. Needy Burchess says thank you for broadcasting soccer. And again, we're excited. We want to be able to have as full of a slate of spring broadcasts as we can. And again, we've got a pretty good number of games that we'll be broadcasting. And if the demand is there, we'll try to add as many more as we can as we go through spring season. Again, PA had another opportunity there. I've lost count. Probably an easy thing to track, but I believe they've had right around 9 shots on goal so far. Zabala's got a neighborhood of, 5 or 6 saves. That would be somewhere between 9 and 10 shots on goal, whereas our Hornets have not had as much success as they've not been able to get in position to try to get one in the net here in this one. Now again, PA looking another opportunity for an open look at a shot on goal. It's from the corner. That one's up, and oh no, Zabala was out of position. Another goal for PA. I believe that goal was scored by Blakely James. PA continues to score at will here in this one. 5-0 now as we have 4 minutes left to the end of this half. Maumelle got to figure out a way to be the aggressor here. Another opportunity. Zabala had it, lost it. Now she falls on it. Nice save there for Savannah Zabala. James, who just scored the goal for PA, again trying to get PA set up, and PA's got what they want here, and is trying to defend and keep it away. But once again, as PA's done a good job of getting in position for goals. The Johnny Brew Show. It's been a while. We haven't seen the Johnny Brew Show on our streams. Good to have you, and excited to see Brookhaven tonight, as we have not been able to see, we have not seen John on this field in several months, obviously. So looking forward to that. Got to see a lot of John during basketball season as part of them big student sections that our buddy James Whitley's put together. So it was fun to see John out celebrating all the accomplishments of our Maumelle Hornet basketball team. And Blakely James, another shot on goal. That one's going to be scooped up by Savannah. So great job there as Savannah gets another save. We're under 2 minutes away, or 2 minutes left of this first half. PA leading 5-0. That one's taken away by Mallory Johnston, the only senior on this PA roster. And another open look here for PA. Zavala's got her work cut out for her this time. To the corner, extra kick, no, and saved by Savannah. Good job there by Zavala to keep that one out of the net as a 2-on-1 going to the net for PA there. Johnny, I promise I'll do my best. Blakely James had another opportunity, and she kicked that one all the way to North Little Rock. The ball's still rolling, by the way. Just stopped at the end of the gravel parking lot. So I'll tell you, my extent of understanding of the game of soccer, I tried to coach and this was just because I was told I had to, but when my son, my oldest, was 4 years old, he decided he wanted to try out soccer, and apparently didn't have enough people that would coach, so I got to be the 4-year-old soccer wrangler for a season. We unfortunately went an entire season without scoring a goal. In our final game of the season, our best player had an opportunity to score a goal, and she's running wide open for a goal. And my son, who had no interest by this point in soccer anymore, was transforming in the middle of the pitch and ran head first right into our best player, who was about to score our only goal the entire season. We didn't score a goal that season, unfortunately. And so I gave up my career as a soccer coach quickly thereafter, and here I am broadcasting it. So that's going to do it for the first half of play here as the PA Bruins lead this one 5-0, and we'll take a 10-minute break with them, and we'll be back for the second half of Hornets soccer here on Natural State Sports. Yep. All right, we are back here at Hornets Stadium for Hornets soccer on Natural State Sports and Maumelle Sports Network, and I'm excited now because at least there's a little more knowledge in the building as my buddy Jake Hall has joined us for the broadcast. Jake, how's it going?
How's it going, man? How you doing?
There we go. Now you're in.
Okay, cool deal. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm trying to learn this game of soccer out here, and being by myself, it's been an interesting ordeal. But hey, we've had a few people watching. Quandell Dingle says this is lit, so somebody likes it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we're just happy to be able to broadcast some spring sports.
I was lucky enough to have a couple buddies that played some soccer, so I know my way around the soccer ball.
Well, you are better than me. I was telling the folks at the end of the first half, my entire understanding of the game of soccer was back when my son was 4 years old, and they forced me to coach his team. And it did not go well. We didn't score a goal the entire year.
No, I don't know if I could do much coaching. Talking about it, I feel like I can hold my own when it comes to talking about it. But coaching, I don't know about all that.
Well, you were able to you got to do some color commentary with us. Folks may remember the voice from our Greenbrier playoff game. But, Andy, when he's normally on with me for color, he tells me I talk too much. I'm gonna let you talk all you want during soccer because I can promise you, outside of maybe a fortunate goofy thing I may say, nobody wants to listen to me try to talk about soccer. But as you can tell from our first half, again, that we've talked about, this is a really good Pulaski Academy, the defending 4A state champions in the girls soccer, and 3-0. Ooh, that was a collision. But 3-0, 16-0-2 in their last 18 matches. So this is a PA squad that is really, really good at the game of soccer.
Absolutely. They seem like they know what they're doing out there. I'm guessing that was a handball right there on Maumelle.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I didn't see a foul on that play, so my only guess was there was a handball, and I just didn't see it.
We have changed our goalkeeper. I believe that's H.J. Fender, who's now down there keeping his goaltender for the Hornets, as Zabala is back out in her number 10 uniform. Jaden Newman says, follow the ball smoothly when recording. He's dizzy. We're working with our buddy Matt Rush on our main cam tonight, so he's getting some work on our main cam. Normally that is handled by my wife Kristen Henson. I made her stay home and handle the kids tonight.
In situations like this, all you can do is just keep playing good defense until they make a mistake like that and just and intercept the pass. That's really all you can do in those type of situations. And so they did a really good job right there, at least holding their own right there until somebody made a mistake.
And that's been pretty much the game the entire first half, at least from what I've noticed. We've been kind of on our back feet the whole time, on our heels, while PA's been the aggressor. We've not been able to get into a position to be the aggressor on the other side. Yeah,
I mean, things that pop up big on scorecards with soccer like this is, how many shots are attempted. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if you're missing them, but the more shots you take, the more you're possibly going to make. So, I mean, usually the person who has the more attempts is going to win the ball game.
And I think I should have been charting this as we were going, but I believe that PA is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 12 shots on goal. Mm-hmm. And Zabala had, I think, 6 saves in that first, 5 or 6 saves in that first half. And now they've made a change. The Hornets have not had a shot on goal so far in this game. It's about the best opportunity I think we've had, that deep down on that end of the field for the Hornets so far. Let's going back to that camera comment. I know when we did our one game, I think it was Little Rock Christian that we broadcast the one game of for soccer last spring. It's hard as a camera operator to decide if you want to be zoomed in for a really close look at the action or if you want to try to zoom out a little bit and then miss some of the stuff. So that's some of what Matt's trying to figure out right now playing on our main cam is, again, remember we are basketball and football oriented. That's what we know. And so to get out here in soccer, it's a little different to try to follow just that one ball, and it moves a whole lot more than a football does.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of people going after that ball. I was going to ask you what the transition from basketball to soccer has been like so far.
It's different. And like I said, this is not something that I really have a lot of experience at, so I wouldn't even, our transition from football to basketball last year when we were first doing this was actually very interesting because basketball was the one sport that concerned me. I know the game of basketball, and I enjoy it. But in terms of just the everyday rules, I'm a casual basketball fan, and so that transition was tough for me last year. Now this year totally different, and it's a different animal. But from basketball to soccer, this is totally different. And then I think next week we'll be doing softball. So
With basketball, without having instant replay right there, you'd probably hear me in the booth saying, "Oh, that was a bad call," when in reality it probably was the right call. I just didn't get to see it from the right angle.
Yeah, we get in trouble enough for the bad calls and mentioning those. As HJ got a save there on that shot on goal by PA. It's the fun part about doing basketball in Maumelle is it's so fast-paced. As long as you can just keep up with the action, you can have a lot of fun calling the basketball games.
Well, Maumelle had a good squad this year. I've been keeping up with them. Yeah,
we were very disappointed to bow out last week in the first round of the state tournament. HJ off the post there. They're going to get another opportunity. It made its way out of play, but yeah, we were disappointed in the finish. A tough loss to Valonia to end the season. And how many of you folks are going to head down to Hot Springs starting tomorrow as state finals play gets started at noon tomorrow with Jonesboro. Nearly another goal for PA.
Basketball is one of those sports where I really feel like bad matchups do exist pretty heavily in the sport of basketball. I mean, some teams are just that much better, but I do believe that there's just some teams that they're just bad matchups for each other, and it's awful that it worked out that way for them.
We found that definitely with Valonia. They wanted to go stall ball and play take the air out of the ball and really limit the Hornets' possessions, which is the smart thing to do when you play a team that wants to run. Open look here. And an easy goal for PA. That's Blakely James with, I believe that's her second. I don't know if she got to the third with that one. I don't remember who scored the first couple, but another goal for Blakely James. But yeah, that was the big key in the Hornets game against Valonia. And I went back after the game, and I thought, and we'll have an opportunity to talk with Coach Shook about this on Hornets Live on Monday when we close out the season. But the first two times we played Valonia, the shot clock was in effect because we were playing in tournaments where there were 6A teams. So when we played in Morrilton, there was a shot clock, and we played at their place, there was a shot clock. Whereas when we played them in the state tournament, there was no shot clock, and so Valonia could just hold the ball for as long as they wanted at times, and you'd have 2 and 3 minute possessions at times. I know at one point in the game against Pine Bluff, they went 6.5 minutes without even attempting to score, and held the ball for the entire final 6.5 minutes of the second period against Pine Bluff, and then hit a 3 at the buzzer to go to the half, losing 16-9.
Oh my goodness! I know they change the rules pretty often in these high school sports. Seems like every year there's different rules, and I'm surprised that they did that in the state tournament. There's no shot clock. That's very surprising.
Yeah, state tournament. So the shot clock will go into effect for 5A next season. 6A had it, which was why we had the tournaments they would put the shot clock in. So that was a big part of that. Obviously, was the fact that. It's not been adopted in 5A. It will next year, so that'll be nice, obviously, for teams like us that want to run. But it was tough. It was hard to watch in that Pine Bluff matchup. I told somebody else and Hornets may get an opportunity here. No, PA's going to run it down. But I understood the idea, the game plan for Bologna in our game because we tried to speed them up and defend them, and they led by 10, 12 points the whole game, whereas they were down 10 against Pine Bluff and to still implement the stall ball, and they end up losing the game in overtime 31-30. And you got to think, what if you'd had a basket or two in that second quarter to at least give you a couple more points? Maybe that game never goes to overtime. So you just never know. It'll be nice to see the shot clock implemented in 5A basketball next season.
Absolutely.
So explain this to me, Jake, if you can. Why did we just go from 39 minutes or 38 minutes to 16 minutes? Is that a sportsmanship rule in soccer maybe that we're not aware of?
See, I'm not aware of any sportsmanship rule going on, but, I mean, if I was going to guess, it's either that or there was a mishap on the clock. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with the sportsmanship thing.
Yeah, I heard I could hear somebody in the crowd say 16 minutes, and then they changed the clock to 16. So I'm assuming, and maybe somebody in our comments will know, I'm assuming that is a sportsmanship rule because I felt like that was implemented after it went to 6-0. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So Kylie Williams, time cuts in half at 6-0. So that's exactly what it was. So we were at 32 and they dropped it to 16. Okay, thank you, Kylie. And again, we're learning. Jill Thomas also, whenever a team is up by 6, the time cuts in half. Okay, that makes sense.
You know, when you have a team like PA, that it just seems like every single time a Hornet touches that ball, they were just getting swarmed down. And so, like, what you got to do is playing off the ball, just always be ready for a pass. Try to get open for a pass, so that way that swarm of defense, maybe you can tell them to back off, tire them out at least, so they're just running around the field, and you just tire them out by passing the ball until finally you can see an opening.
A lot of substitutions now happening for both of these squads as see some folks get a little bit of play that maybe not normally they would, as PA trying to get another opportunity to shot on goal here. We talked about this in the first half before you got here, but one of the biggest adjustments for me when we did this game last year was the out-of-bounds lines. I'm so used to watching the out-of-bounds on the football field, and instead it's that black line that's way over here on the sidelines.
When I started watching, I always thought that it was just a little bit outside of the football out of bounds, but it is definitely way out there. That's like a good 5-7 yards outside of the football line.
It makes it tough for us, too, because we've got to lean over this table to be able to see what's going on. And we've got a couple of injured players. We had a collision here between, that is 32, Avery Harper for PA. And I'm trying to see the number of our Hornet that's injured as well as Band-Aid. We get to see Band-Aid make his way across the field. Or the pitch. Sorry, it's called a pitch here, right?
Yeah, the pitch.
I think that's Savannah. Is that Zabala that's down, I believe? I think we met shins. I missed what happened. That's like my biggest fear if I ever played soccer is just crushing my shin.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure it's theirs, but I'd be freaking out. Band-Aid attending to our injured Hornet as PA's trainer attends to Avery Harper, freshman for PA. She's up and making her way off the pitch. And now our Lady Hornet's still down. I said I can't see a number. I thought I saw 10. It may be Savannah Sabala, but I'm not sure. As soon as we're able to get a clear look at a number, I'll let you know. Jake, I do appreciate you coming out on short notice. I know you had to come running up the stairs here after work on a race to get here, so we appreciate you coming down and joining us.
Absolutely. I'm glad I could help. I know you guys are trying to expand and get all the sports you can over here at Maumelle, so whatever I can do to help that process and make these more enjoyable for all the fans out there and anybody else out there watching the broadcast, I'm more than happy to do it.
Well, we appreciate it. Let's see. She'll turn. We'll get a number here. She's up, but she's going to need some help getting off the pitch.
It's number 10.
Yeah, that is Savannah Zabala. I hate to see that as one of the familiar ladies that one of the ladies we're familiar with as she was over from basketball season immediately into soccer. So hope she's okay, and hopefully that's just a painful sprain or bruise or something. But she is not trying to put any weight on that right foot as they help her off the field. So hope she's okay. Our baseball team is playing up in Mayflower this evening, so hopefully they'll get a victory. They had a tough little run down at Lakeside, a couple of really good games in their games down at Lakeside. Lost a 9-inning affair, 2-1 to Lakeside in that first game, and I've not seen the results from the second game down there, but they've had some close ball games to start the year, and this should be a pretty good Hornet baseball team this year. A lot of talent on that baseball team.
Are you guys going to be doing the baseball broadcast as well?
Yes. So we are, I believe, the 17th. 17th, I think, is going to be a softball broadcast, and then towards the end of the month we'll have our first baseball broadcast of the season. So yeah, we're planning to do, I think in total counting doubleheaders, I think we've got 7 baseball broadcasts scheduled. So we'll be putting that schedule out. We had some other options that we were hoping. We had some hopes that there'd be the American style of football out here on this field this season for the Arkansas Punishers. Unfortunately, that agreement, we weren't able to get that agreement worked out, so the Punishers will not be playing here. And so because of that, we're going to have some openings and opportunities to broadcast a little bit more. So we may try to add a game or two here and there. The issue with baseball and really softball is we don't play on campus. And so we play at the Maumelle Diamonds city fields, and they're nice fields, but unfortunately we've got a softball field over there and a baseball field over here, but neither one of them are playable. And so there are plans to make them playable here within the next hopefully by next season we'll be playing baseball and softball here on campus, and that'll make a big difference because then we'll get more home games and be able to do more broadcasts.
Absolutely. Now, I was talking to my friend, telling him I was coming out here tonight, and he said that his fiance, I think he said niece or something, was on the softball team. And he was begging me. He's saying, "You need to ask those guys. I'd love to do a softball game because since he knows somebody on the team." Hey,
we would if he knows softball. I mean, I know baseball, but obviously the rules are a little different for softball, especially fast pitch softball. So. We're always up for the assistance if we get somebody that knows what they're talking about. Because I know, surprisingly enough, people love listening to me talk during these games, but I promise you, during softball and soccer, you're going to want to hear somebody knowledgeable at least a little bit. About 10 minutes away from the finish of this one. I think the Hornets would love nothing more to figure out a way to at least get a shot on goal and try to get a little confidence and feel better about this one. It was an uphill battle. This is a really good PA squad, so I knew this would be a tough matchup for the Hornets.
Seems PA is pretty good in just about all sports that I've watched lately.
They don't struggle in much, I can tell you that. The only thing I haven't heard from them this year, though, is basketball. Some good state finals action. Again, starts tomorrow at noon. You'll have the Jonesboro Lady Hurricane. They'll start things off tomorrow at noon, looking to repeat as state champions and get back-to-back as they'll face off with a really good Greenwood squad, and that's a very talented Greenwood ladies team. So I'm looking forward to that one. I'm going to try to make my way down to Hot Springs tomorrow for those, and then let's see, after that, I believe, directly. So right after that will be Jonesboro and Marion playing for the 5A boys title, as Jonesboro will try to make their way out of 5A and into 6A with back-to-back state champions and championships in 5A basketball. I'm going to get an opportunity here. And it's thwarted by PA as they take it away. Okay, when it comes to soccer, that might be the most misunderstood rule. What constitutes offsides?
Okay, offsides. The last line of defense that that the defending team would have. So right there, PA was on offense, and if a player is behind the last line of defense when the ball is passed, and then she touches the ball, then that would be considered offside. So basically, it is just set up so they can't just have an offensive player standing by the goal just waiting for you to just boot it down the field and just be standing there without a defender right there.
Gotcha.
That's what that rule is in place for. Trust me, when I was first watching my buddies play soccer, that rule it had me twisted there for a little bit.
PA going to get another opportunity, but wide is defended by the Hornets to keep that one out of goal, and 7.5 to go in this one. It stays 6-0, 6-0. What do we say in soccer? Does it matter?
I hear English people say nil. I'm not sure if that's the correct term we would say for over here, but what is it they say in tennis? So then there are a different word that they use.
Love, yeah. We're not doing tennis. Sorry, guys. I believe the plan will be for the boys' game to start, I'm guessing, at least within 30 minutes, but somewhere between, at least I would think 10, 15 minutes after this one, we'll get the start of the boys' game.
It's a good job getting it out of the box right there.
Hornets on attack a little bit here, so they can keep it going.
That should be Hornet ball. Nope.
HJ going to come out and smother that one, not give PA an easy look. A great kick, way out of bounds.
Slow down that offense, maybe get the defense a little bit of a breather there with that getting that kick so far out of bounds.
See, that's the reason why I've never been much of a soccer guy, because there is no chance in the world you're going to see me running up and down the pitch as much as these ladies and gentlemen will over the next this 3 hours we're going to be out here tonight. I'd be dead.
It's a combination of a bunch of things for me. Let's see. Okay, there it looks like they're about to get a goal kick.
Quite a collision there between a couple of Hornets and a Bruin. That's 35, which I do not have her on my roster. That's 31 about to. So that's Jasmine Burns, freshman. Nope, I changed her mind. That's number 12, Brooke Beckemeyer, I believe. Is that a 12 or is that an 18?
It's an 18,
okay.
I believe.
If that's 18, that's Ella Kennedy. I'm having a conversation between one of our officials and our keeper, HJ Fender. Now she's ready. I think that's still HJ down there.
Good stop.
And HJ is very excited about that. I believe that's HJ still out there.
That's going to be some type of nerve-wracking play right there, having to stare somebody in the eyes like that and just waiting for them to kick that ball.
She's wearing that 0 jersey, that keeper jersey Zabala had on, so it looks like HJ, but we're way up here, so I'm not 100% certain. Oh.
This is a nice press box you guys got over here. I know it was built pre-2016 because I was up here in 2016, but I mean it still looks very nice for high school.
We're blessed. It's funny. I tell the story a lot when people ask us, where we got our start is at Natural State Sports, and let's see if PA's gonna get another chance here, and they will. Another goal for PA, as that is number 31, Jasmine Burns, who gets the goal this time.
It was a good try by the goalkeeper. She just got behind the defense and snuck one past her.
But we joke, so that first season that we decided to try our hand at broadcasting high school football, we started doing Game of the Week, and in week 0 of the 2020 season, right as the pandemic is, really raging into the fall, and we didn't even know we were going to have football, I came out and I covered Sylvan Hills Maumelle game here, and I thought, my goodness, what an impressive press box. I'd never been here. And so spent a quarter here doing the game, and when I left, I immediately researched because we knew we had planned to do Sheridan Lakeside, and so in week 1, and so we knew that we were going to have some other opportunities beyond that. And I pull up the stream initially, and when I initially pulled it up, they had a Maumelle, sports, not Maumelle Sports Network, but something similar to that. And so I thought, well, we're kind of out of luck. They've already got a stream. They've got such a nice press box. Surely they don't need our help. And we went down and did a game, the Sheridan Lakeside game, and afterwards I talked with their AD. He put me in contact with Coach Horton here, and Coach Horton couldn't say yes quick enough to get us here. And so we've been extremely fortunate to do several games here, and then obviously our full agreement with Maumelle Athletics to start Maumelle Sports Network. But, yeah, we are blessed to have this beautiful facility.
That was a good pass by PA right there.
And we'll, that booth there to your left got to house Sam Pittman along with a few other coaches from the University of Arkansas once, so that was pretty cool. And during football season, we'll have this press box filled out. It's a great place to be for football season. This Fender comes out and gets another one.
I can tell it's a very impressive field, and impressive press box for sure.
What'll be great is here within I'm going to guess within 3 to 4 years. I don't know. Hopefully we'll be breaking ground on it soon, but you're going to look to your left here in the next few years and see an absolutely phenomenal facility.
Indoor field house
being built over there. Indoor, the tracks going on the other end down there. So this whole complex will just be immaculate when it's all said and done.
You guys have this. Maumelle has the space for it. That's for sure. I've looked at this high school on Google Earth, and there's just so much spots for growth on this campus.
What I'll ask is if there are any anybody decision makers in the city of Maumelle. There's a sign up at the main road on Maumelle Boulevard when you get to our road to turn down here. And I think what I've always found unfortunate, and I know this is an industrial area. We've got all the distributors that are over here. As that's going to do it, time's going to run out, and that'll be it. As PA wins this one 7-0. But if there's anything that I can ask of folks in Maumelle is, can we change the sign? Because the sign as you come in doesn't really say. There's a little bitty sign that says Maumelle High School, but then there's these huge signs that say Maumelle Industrial Park, pointing this way. So can we maybe advertise that there's a beautiful, great Maumelle High School down here as well, and some fantastic facilities. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it. We'll take a break here. So if you guys are hanging with us wanting to watch the boys game, we're going to take a break. We'll cut this broadcast completely out. That way it's easy for the coaches and our players to find film if they want to come back and watch just this game. So we're going to cut out of this broadcast. We're going to take a break until about 5 minutes before the kickoff of our next game. It looks like 20 minutes between as they just put it on the clock. So we'll be back in about 18 minutes or so with the start of our boys game between the Maumelle Hornets and the Pulaski Academy Bruins here on Natural State Sports.